good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this fireside chat with our Cass Naomi Po. Our EXA superstar. Cass, you are everywhere. You are on the EXA website. You are on Sassy Mama, right? You are like a celebrity, lah, right? So so maybe
Not
today.
really, not really.
So what we really want to hear today is a little bit about the story lah, the behind the scenes cast, right? Maybe you can tell us a little bit about yourself, how you come into this career, how you come into EXA.
Right, thank you so much, Mark. Yes, I'm really, really happy to be able to share here at this platform with our fellow, career searcher, with our fellow mummies, mid-career switch, parents, they are looking forward to a new career, and especially they are looking for a work-life balance. So how I come into this career was after 10 years of corporate life, I started working at a young age. Okay, and I realized that I do not want to firefight in the corporate lives and until I don't know when because I see that my general manager, my directors, last time managing directors, they work long hours and even weekends. When I go back, my office used to be at Somerset, Winston House. When I park my car weekend, because of the monthly parking, I see them parking there going back in the office. So that's the reason why I said if I get married, have kids, I really wanted to spend time with my kids. So that is one part of the reason why I chose to come into this career, that I can manage my own time.
That's an interesting story, right? So you actually saw all these people with not enough time to spend with their family. They are always working. So you figured out that this career will give you that lah, the best of both
Yes,
worlds, right?
yes, yes.
But then how did you get introduced? Like somebody must have asked you to come in, or what was the story there?
In my early 20s, okay, my financial planner, then insurance agent, back then, we are more atas now, we are called the financial planner. So back then, it's really still insurance agent kind of time. I've been approached because I'm a believer in growing my wealth and protecting, my families in terms of if I'm sick, I don't think my parents can afford 100,000 critical illness for me to go for treatment. So with a very simple thing in my mind, I think I became a natural believer and I introduced many, many people to my financial planner. So he had been saying, why don't you join me? Cass, you have what it takes to be one. I say, oh no, I don't want to be an insurance agent. I'm sorry. So I kind of like declined that for 5 years, 5 full years before I made up my mind that yes, why not, give it a go.
Oh, so you actually tahan 5 years before you actually come into the business. You were considering for 5 years, huh? Wow.
Um, it's not that I ever considered. I just put it across.
Oh, I see, I
Yeah, I
see.
said I just didn't want to be a insurance agent back then, because of stereotype. People will think, hey, insurance agent, I don't want to see you, don't come near me, or I don't have any more friends. I mean, it's how people stereotype financial planners, insurance agent, and to today it is still the same. So so I overcome that.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say, right? Today you are incredibly successful, right? You have overcome the stigma, you
No, thank you,
are,
Mark. I'm
yeah,
I'm I'm all right. I'm doing my
yeah.
best every day.
Yeah, so you don't have that problem anymore. Like people, like you have managed to overcome that stigma of insurance agents don't come and talk to me, and then how did you do that?
All right. From the beginning, when I set my mind that this is what I wanted to do because I wanted the work-life balance, I wanted a better life, lifestyle for my family, i.e. my parents back then. Okay, I wasn't married. So for my family, and when I get married, I really want to spend time, with my children. Having that in mind, it kind of overcome the fear of being stereotyped as insurance agent. I think that is how I think. Let me recap because it was like 16 years ago. Let me think. So how did it happen? I thought I have no fear back then, and I just share with my friends what is the reason why I want to embark this trade. And I promised them that I will not be pushy, and friendship come first. And if there's nothing that, interests them today, or, they do not have the budget, it's okay. It's always the next time or next year. So that's how I overcome it. I don't expect anything through every single meetings that I fixed up. Yeah, it kind of helped me overcome my own fear when I don't expect, to have something out of a meeting.
I think what you share is very interesting because as I speak to many of you agents and advisors and planners, right, I do realize that they say actually this stigma not really real lah, right? You know, if you it's all in your head, right? People like everybody got insurance now, they must have bought it from somewhere. So I hear more of that's what you are saying. But then you talk about your friends, right? So last time when you first 16 years ago when you say, hey, I want to be a advisor, then they were poor, right?
Oh
They were yeah.
yes, for sure. Yeah. I just shared this, with my new financial planner yesterday back in the office. So I said, because she's translating, and I was just telling her the same thing. People will sure pour and shui, will pour wet blanket. They'll tell you different things. But I share with her, okay, there's three type of people. You choose which one you want to listen to. One type of people is they join the career and they cannot make it, so they left the trade. Okay, the next type of people is they never joined the career, but they just stigma as cannot make it lah. This career is very tough, it's very hard, you don't have friends, blah blah blah. And the third type of people is people like us, whoever is my comrades that you had interviewed. We joined the career, we are here, trial and tested, strong and steady over the years. Consistency tells whether this career is workable. So I just asked them, there's three type of people. So which will you listen to when you want to comment?
Yes, very good advice, right? You better listen to the ones that already made it halfway, right?
I mean, to each his own. I mean, if you set your mind, people have done it, they show you the ropes, it's easier for you. But if people join and they left the trade, not too long after, then they said the trade can't be, it's tough, it's this and that. Everybody is made differently. So not everyone can tell you exactly what they have gone through or what is their weaknesses or what they can't overcome. So perhaps if you don't try, you don't know. So that was my mindset as well. I mean, I've got many friends, secondary schoolmate that tried the trade. Some left, some are still in it. So by looking at those people, back then I think about it. Wow, this person is so quiet and he's so shy in class. How can he ever, be in the fronting sales and be an insurance agent? So that makes me wonder. So I will look at these people and I wonder, and that was how I made up my mind. I said, if he can make it, this very shy boy that I used to know in secondary school, I said, I think I can, right? I mean, I am not as shy as him, but I think I'm not as extrovert as well last time. Okay, I have been today the meat I've seen is really
Yeah,
grown,
you're always on TV and everything, right? So you are
No, no,
making
no, I'm
videos.
not on TV.
Oh,
No, no, no.
videos, yes, videos. Okay,
No,
okay.
what videos are you talking about? No, no.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, we see you like we see you on the EXA side. You were featured for working mom, right? So I guess that's a transformation that you have gone through, and you now you are able to lead teams and teach people, right? But those friends last time, right? The one that Poland, so you want, what do they say now? Did they come back and say anything to you?
Okay, so I remember one of my ex-colleague or someone that is in a higher position, when I left my ex-company to join this trade, he just gave me one word, you know, it could have been better if you joined at a younger age. This person didn't directly say no, it's no good for you to try now, but somehow he felt that if I join it in my early 20s, it'll be better for me. So I take his word and I want to show him that it's not true. If I was younger, I joined, I might not be ready, but it's the timing, it's not like if I'm older, like I'm 40 years old, I join, that I'll be better, or when I'm 20, when I join, you'll be better. Everybody is made differently. Any junction of your life, if you think you're ready for something, you want to go for it, you go for it. So it's all in your mind. If you want to do it, you do it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so scratch, right? And I think that's something that it sets the achievers apart because a lot of people will say, "Hey, cannot," but they are the one that make it happen, right?
Yeah. Oh, I must share with you one point. Even my mom, okay, say no. And she was really not happy, that I make the decision to switch. So she was like telling me, it's going to be very hard work. Can you make it? It's long hours. Can you make it? It's very tough. Where can you find a client? It's very tough. Your career is doing so well. I mean, yes, I was really blessed, in the walk of my career life, that yes, I've got pretty good pay last time. So everyone is like shocked to hear that, I want to give that up, and I want to embark into this career that have no basic, and it's really everything. You have to do it on your own. Every small little nitty gritty, you are your own department. You are your all department, customer service, sales, fronting, mail room, whatever. You're just on your own. So my mom was really not happy that I make the decision, and I told her, Mom, you just wait and see. I'll make you really proud. I don't know, and I don't know what's in it for me, okay? But I just gave her this promise. I said I'll bring you for Europe tour. Every time I hit a convention, if I do well, I'm just gonna take you everywhere I go. And I did that in the very
Oh,
first year. Yeah.
awesome. So your mom went with you for all of the
Oh,
the trips. Yeah.
almost most of the trips in the first 5, 6 years. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome. That's awesome. So
Yeah.
so now she's very happy, right? She tell everybody, oh,
Of course, after the
yes.
first year, after I brought her to the international sales convention, we call it. The convention is totally a fun trip. There's no training or nothing, although it's called the sales convention. So ever since I brought my mom first time to Las Vegas, she's the proudest mom ever. I met her. She said that all her friends are so envious of her. They have not been to Las Vegas, and the first time my mom traveled is to such a far land, in the USA. She have not been, my mom haven't even been to Australia or Hong Kong. She's like always in Singapore, a housewife. So then she never looked back. I never look back.
Ah, yes. So that's a great story. Thank you for sharing that,
Sure.
Cass. Actually, we also have some questions, right? Asking about your family life, right? Because you are a working mom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And being a working mom is not necessarily easy, lah. There's a lot of things to juggle, right? So how do you make sense of it? How do you keep it all together? Like, do you have any tips, like, or formula that you have, being a working mom?
As we level up, okay, in our age, and from single to marriage to parenthood, um, it's never easy. Everybody have their own time, have their own schedule to stick to, but as it comes along with children, especially, you get more and more schedules, okay, to fit in. So I manages not only my work schedule, I manages my whole family schedule as well. So my husband don't manage the family schedule. I manages both kids, like, and everything around them, and my family birthdays and everything. So I have to manage it. So there's one tip here that I'll share that really really works. It's whatever that you prioritize in your life. Be it children's milestone. You promise them for like a monthly date to take them to the movie or whatever. You have to block out your calendar first, because all these that is dearest to you, you block them up. So once you block them up for the whole year, what you want to do with the kids, even to plan towards staycation, I usually had them pluck out the dates that I wanted first, and then I will inching near to the month, I will tweak around my schedule again. But at least I know this month in November, like last month, I'm going to take 4 days off, like 2 days weekdays, 2 days weekend for my children for a staycation. So I can revolve around. So I don't plug it in November, in October. Oh, it's school holiday, I'm going to do this and that. No, I plug it way from the front to plan for the whole year, even travel plans. Like, in fact, last year, October, I had make a plan to go to Korea. Okay, it's for a me time, a couple trip in August for my birthday. So I booked the ticket last year, October.
Wow.
So that's an example how I planned and my schedule, and I'll stick to it. So all this makes me really excited. You know, when you have things in, you look at your schedule, you have a pockets of slots. So when you meet a client or you fix a training or whatever that you're doing, you're very clear-minded of how your schedule works. You only have this time slot. You know, can you make it at this? And if not, then I have to reschedule. You know, if the other party permits me to switch my appointments, my meetings or trainings, then I will revolve it around.
So that's very interesting. I learned something from that. Because usually we do planning for the year, right? We put in all the financial events, when to submit tax lah, and all that, right? But we
Yeah.
never put in our family time, right? So we never put in our, bring the kids to the zoo kind of thing. So
Yes,
you
yes,
are
yes.
actually doing that, a year in advance, so that you know then you plan your schedule around. That's very amazing. I think I'm gonna try that this year.
Yes, try
Yeah,
it. I think it's really good, you know, Mark, because when I plan that, even like I think everything you need to plan for so that if we will execute it. You know, when we plan for it, it will come real. If we don't plan for it, then it wouldn't come real, right? Nobody planned to fail, but
yeah,
people only fail to plan.
correct.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's a very good tip. Thank you for sharing that with us. And
sure.
I actually have a question that's related to that, right?
Yep.
So now with all the planning going on, something like COVID comes along. I mean, it's an elephant in the room. We must talk about it. so,
Yes,
so,
definitely, you
so
know.
it's,
Wow, that's a
yeah,
high topic. Yep.
yeah. So how did this affect your planning, your business, and what do you think is going to happen in the future? How is it going to work for you?
Right. I think COVID this year, it is a really meaningful year. It is very interesting. It is very fulfilling. So I said I'm leaving. I tell myself when COVID kickstart, it took me 2 weeks to get used to it. Yeah, I pull my hair. You know, my children are all at home. They are crying. They are shouting. They are banging at my door. This is my door. They know they cannot come in that way. They come in this way and knock. And it's tough. So 2 whole weeks of adjustment, of talking to them, getting to know that okay, this is the way it's gonna be. Yeah, and I seeing the situation, we just have the gut feel that it's going to be extended. Okay, so that's where I really set the mind again to fine tune my mindset. What I do most of the time is always to set my mind. When my mind is set, I'm charged. If my mind is not willing to take the change, yeah, I don't think I'll be that positive about COVID. So once I set my mind, we gear up all momentum. I talk to the child and I plan activities every day. We start work from this time to this time. Mommy won't see you until 5 o'clock. I'll tell them that mommy won't see you until 5 o'clock. So 5 to 6, we can have some activities because usually about 5 to 6 is a traveling time. Like I pick up the child from preschool and on the way home, you can't have any activities, right? So now since it's COVID, so I make use of that 1 hour of traveling time to spend time with the kids. So I'll do craft work with them, crafting or bake something or to help them to let them hands on cutting some vegetable. They are so excited or washing the dishes. So they find it so fantastic, you know.
That is, that is the first time I've associated washing dishes with family time, but I'm going to learn that one. My kids
But
will
they are
not
quite
thank.
happy. They are quite happy. My son is really happy. Mom, can I help to wash, please? That's
Oh,
okay. After he washed, right? Actually, a lot more job for my helper lah. All around. You know, the water all on the floor.
oh,
I
they
don't know.
mess
Is he
up
washing the
more.
dishes or splashing or water play?
Also, they messed
But
it
it,
up more. Yeah,
of
interesting.
course, they cannot handle with the small sink and washing the dishes, the water splash everywhere. He's just having so much fun. So that's an example, but not often. I only let him try twice. Okay, no,
Oh, I
no
see.
more.
Okay, okay.
So I stick to that. I changed my mindset. And I said I'm gonna make COVID works. I'm gonna do my best. Yes, no doubt we are all disrupted. We are all not used to these virtual things. See how we are used to it now. We're just talking to the machine, talking to you. And in fact, I'm loving it, and I find it really um, it works really well for me. I save a lot of time. I'm so much more productive. okay, pockets of time talking to people, you save time traveling. Yes, we need a human touch. I'm very happy meeting people like this halfway. Like right after you, I have 3 meetings today. So I'm going to go out right after, but at least in the morning I can have breakfast with my kids and have a meeting with you, and then here I go. So it's really beautiful. Then in the office days, you're just in the office whole day. You wake up early in the morning, you send the kids to school, then you are working and you don't see them until like 7 p.m. For example, for usual, people. And through this, I think shouting out to working parents, if you think that you are not having enough time for your kids and you're really enjoying this COVID year, okay, handling your kids, seeing them a bit more. I know some are like, no, 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 I don't want to get back to work, but deep down in our heart, although they annoy us sometime, we want to pull our own hair because we can't pull theirs, but deep down we know that, right, Mark, you're with me,
Yes,
right? You can
yes,
resonate that. But deep
yes.
down we are really happy to have them, seeing them every day and their growth, right?
Yep.
So that's why I'm saying, shouting out loud to the working parents out there, if you think you wanted to continue this kind of lifestyle for longevity, this is a career to try out. It's really nice. And when you're talking to people, when you're meeting people, it's not just about insurance, it's just about connecting with people and have that feel about talking and chatting, and there, business will just comes along.
Actually, that's awesome, right? And I think you answered my next question, which is I was going to
I
ask
did.
you. Yes, you did, because I was going to ask you, just to end off, what would you say to people who are in the mid-career switch, right? People who are thinking about, do I need a better job? Do I want to take a job that I can work more from home? I want to make some changes in that area, and also
Yes, yes,
for
yes,
working moms who want to say, I want a career, but I still want to spend time with children, right?
yes.
With family. I think, what would you say to them about this business if they are thinking?
For any one of you that are tuning in, I really want to say that you won't know until you try it. It is really not as scary as you think it is. It's just about, I'm sure everyone's, your mentor, your manager, your director that's going to bring you in, they're not gonna see you die. They're gonna see you leave. They want to bring the best out of you. So if you sometimes we have to give up certain things for certain thing. You have to give up your corporate life of long working hours for your family, for your future, for example. So you have to be uncomfortable, accept the uncomfortable moments of change, and then you will sink into it. So once you are ready for the uncomfortable zone, okay, the initial uncomfort, that you have to break the news to your friend, that you are um, embarking into a new career, people will start to question you. Only when your mind is fixed of what is a strong goal behind you, why you wanted to do that, okay, you have no fear. Things will just fall into place. So that is what I really, really said, because I've been through the whole cycle, from a financial planner to to agency director right now, from single to marriage to parenthood. I think it's just life is even more meaningful now, having to work for things for your child. And yes, you will be able to have that as well.
Yes, that is a wonderful sharing. Thank you, Cass, for giving us these words of wisdom, right? Thank you for spending your time with us this morning.
Thank you
And
so much, Mark.
no problem. And I hope the people who are watching can learn something and make the right move.
Yes, okay. I hope to see you guys, coming to our offices and we can chat more.
Awesome. Thank you, Cass. That's it for
Thank you
today.
so
We'll
much,
let you go
Mark.
now.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes. Bye.